Hi everyone, it's Arwen with Pink Monarch, and today I'm going to show you 5 ways to age paper. All of these are super fun and very easy ways to step up your crafting or paper crafting or scrapbooking game. They just add so much character and texture. The first way is dip dye with tea or coffee. The second way is with turmeric. The third way is coffee spray dye. The fourth way is ink staining. And the fifth way is fire. I had so much fun making this video. It is a little bit different format than usual because I took it outside to just cut down on a lot of the mess I had to clean up inside, and it made it super easy. The first thing I started with was getting my dyes ready, so my tea and my coffee. I just used instant coffee, which is super cheap at like the store, so even if you're not a coffee drinker, it's super cheap and totally worth it because the coffee dye looks so good. For the turmeric, I just put turmeric in a little container. I would use something you don't mind getting stained because turmeric stains like crazy. And then I mix that with isopropyl alcohol. I got a bunch of random different pieces of paper, so I cut apart an Amazon paper mailer and it gave me this gorgeous brown paper, which I never would have thought of using, but they are quite large papers, so that was fun. I used some regular cardstock. I used some one-sided patterned paper, just if you needed a little more pattern and texture. I used some pages out of a botanical textbook that I thrifted for like a couple dollars, and it's massive, so it won't miss these pages. And then some extra patterned paper. The coffee dye, I mix a pretty good amount of instant coffee with my water because I wanted it to be really dark. And I think the best way to dip dye them is to just use like a casserole or hot dish pan. That's what I used, and it worked really well because it just holds the paper nice and it holds a lot of fluid. This one is by far my favorite method. And then my tea I use an apple cinnamon because that's what I had on hand, and you definitely need like a black tea that's going to be a lot darker and stain your paper a little bit better. For these turmeric ones, these are actually technically called anthotypes. So you paint the turmeric mixed with the alcohol on the paper, and then a little bit later we are going to activate it almost. So you can just dye it. I did some sun prints with mine and put some little leaves and things on them. And you could do this with your coffee dyed paper as well. And then you just let that dry in the sun. I let mine soak in the water for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I took them out and hung them on this cute clothesline. And I'm not sure why, but I just am obsessed with the way these look on a clothesline. I think it's just such a cute like vintage feel, and I would love this to be the backdrop for every single one of my photos in the future. All of the tea dyed paper I didn't really look like I did anything to it, so I just filled my spray bottle with the leftover coffee water and well, I guess it's just coffee technically, and then I just spritzed it on to give it a little bit of something extra. To activate the anthotypes or turmeric prints, you mix water with baking soda, and then I'm not sure why, but it activates the turmeric in it and it turns it like this really gorgeous rust color that I love. This is like the most perfect color. This was so fun, and I would totally recommend doing this. This is such a fun like Saturday activity. And then I just hung these to dry. It is really windy where I live, so I had to pin them and then make sure I grabbed them so they didn't fly away. Now all of my papers are dry and they turned out so beautiful. I love all of them. I think the only one that didn't really turn out was my tea because like I said, I didn't use a dark enough tea, and I maybe just didn't put enough tea bags in there. So put a lot of tea bags so you have a really concentrated tea if you're wanting to tea dye them. Now, most of these are the papers that I tea dyed that don't really have a whole lot going on. So I just decided to go back with my coffee, instant coffee mix in my water and just sprayed them. Some I added some cinnamon. Later on, I add some string and spray over that just to give it some fun texture and patterns. And I actually love the sprayed look. It looks very like simple, but like a, I don't know, very vintage, I guess. Very used and loved piece of paper. I also love the lid, this candle lid, because it kind of looks like a coffee mug print, which I think is a super cute, fun look. This is the string one. I was going to do some lace, but I couldn't find any large enough. That would make a really pretty lace pattern, but that would be a totally wonderful option. I think lace would be beautiful if you sprayed coffee over it. I'll have to give that a try when I have some on hand. My papers were really crinkly, which could be a desired look, but because I put them on a clothesline, most of them were like kinked in half, which wasn't my ideal look. So I just ironed them. I will say ironing them with a towel over the paper definitely works better. So I just put a towel down and then it worked great. And mine still look very aged and weathered. So I don't think the ironing took away from that at all. It just makes them a little less bulky, which I appreciate. And a bonus is that it's very satisfying to watch them go from like all disheveled to very nice and pressed. It's such a satisfying step in the process. I wanted to experiment a little, so I crinkled up a regular piece of paper and I sprayed it with my coffee or my coffee water, just to see if the crinkling it before you dip it makes like a different look, and it definitely does. I wish I would have realized this before, because I probably would have crinkled up some of my papers before I dipped them in the water or the tea. Just because it gives it such a unique and different look. Looks like a piece of paper that was stuck in someone's pocket and someone thrifts it 50 years later and that perfectly aged piece of paper came out of their pocket. Fun random fact about finding an old piece of paper in pockets. I thrifted a pair of jeans a couple weeks ago and I had worn them a couple times and I'd actually washed and dried them a couple times also. And I put something in my pocket and then I was going to grab it out and I felt like a piece of paper and I pulled it out and it was a movie ticket, I believe from Cheaper by the Dozen. And I think it was from 2003. And that was awesome. Probably whenever Cheaper by the Dozen was filmed, but that was so fun and such a cool experience. This way is probably the simplest because it doesn't take much time at all, and that is just ink staining, which you see in every single crafting video ever, is just dusting the edges with some distressing ink or regular ink. It just makes such an instantly aged, weathered look, which you really can't go wrong with. This last way is personally my least favorite, and that is burning the paper. I just hated all the smoke. I think if maybe I was sitting at a bonfire or something and I just dipped the pages in while I was already outside, I'd probably like that better, but this wasn't my favorite method. Now we have all of our gorgeously aged papers. We have the ink stained papers, we have the fire burned paper, which is okay in my opinion, not my favorite. Then we have the coffee dip dyed papers, which are so pretty. Some of these were probably the tea dyed ones, but like I said, they just needed a little more color for my liking. Those are all the coffee and tea dyed ones, and they turned out so pretty and give you like the perfect look. And some of these are sprayed coffee papers as well. Now we have the super fun turmeric sun dyes or anthotypes. These were so fun and they turned out so beautiful. I almost think I would like to put like a family photo in front of like one of the botanical prints with like the leaves or the flowers. And this leaf one coming up, this super yellow one is because I forgot to dip it in the baking soda water. I love this leaf one. I think it's perfect for fall and would honestly be such good decor. These are the crinkle spray coffee dyed ones, which turned out super fun, and these are the sprayed ones. Some of these are the drip ones, and this is the fun coffee mug one. I think they all just turned out so fun, and I really am super excited to use these in a project. That is 5 ways to age paper. Most of them are very natural. If you like this video, please give it a like, a comment, and a subscribe. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.